I have 2 months.
Like if you were doing live, it'd be different. But you're adding like not a lot of value.
All right. The Red Sox. I love your Red Sox.
power of AI. So based on our past case history, based on what we know about similar cases, Einstein has identified those patterns, recommending we deploy a field service agent because that's going to yield the highest customer satisfaction. We're going to do that, and so then we get someone out there, we repair that robot, and again, we're doing this so this robot is
Salesforce for marketing to build their business. So you might think about Dunkin' Donuts as just a company that makes amazing coffee and donuts for people just like you and me, but they are so much more than that. Dunkin' Donuts actually grows their entire business using a franchise model. So today we're going to talk about how they're using Salesforce for marketing across the entire spectrum to connect with their customers. And marketing is no longer just email or advertising or social media in every way that we think about it before. It is so much more than that. It is connecting with sales reps, it's digital commerce, it's community, and it's even support. So as we talk about this today, we're going to introduce you to two people. The first one is Dave Rodriguez, and Dave is a donut lover just like you and me. And I could use a good sprinkled donut right now. How about you, Hillary?
Yes, blueberry cake donut would sound wonderful right now.
That sounds so good. We're going to hit that after this. The other person we're going to talk to you about is Bianca Jordan. And Bianca is an entrepreneur who is looking for her next big opportunity. And she thinks that Dunkin' Donuts might be something that she might want to get into. So just like any of us, when she's looking for more information, where does Bianca go? She goes right to the website. So here she is on the Dunkin' Donuts franchise website, and here she can learn more about what different places are available. She can look at some unique venues. She can even see photos of other stores, and she can learn about how Dunkin' Donuts is going to support her as a potential franchise owner. Now this all sounds like a good idea, so she's going to go ahead and log in and sign up for a webinar. Now we've all filled out forms online, right? Every single one of us. And what happens to that data? That is what's most important. So Dunkin' is actually using Pardot by Salesforce as their marketing automation tool. And Pardot gives you the amazing ability to connect with your customers and track every single touch point. It allows you to connect your sales and marketing teams together and build nurturing journeys. So I'm going to put the hat on of the marketing manager for the franchise marketing team at Dunkin' now, and I'm going to talk a little bit about how I'm going to reach out to Bianca. So the first thing I think about every day is my pipeline, just like anyone else, right? As a marketer, that's what I'm judged on. If I don't fill that pipeline, my sales team doesn't make their quota, and if they don't make their quota, guess who they call? It's me. So first thing I do when I come in the morning, I go ahead and I check out my B2B Marketing Wave dashboard, and this is built on Salesforce Analytics Cloud. And this gives me a great representation of everything that's happening across all of my marketing programs. I can just look here and see how my pipeline is doing. So I'd actually like to get some more information, and I'm going to go ahead and dig into the webinar. And you know, that webinar is actually looking pretty good. So we're going to dig a little deeper with a lens. And here I'm able to get a good sense of really what's going on. Who are my best candidates? Who are my best prospects? And I can even rank them based on their fitness with the brand and their engagement with my material. And it looks here like Bianca Jordan in the California market is my top candidate right now, which is great. I know she's a great candidate, but I can't just leave her right here, right now, right? I can't ignore her. If you ignore people, they go away. I don't want that to happen. So now I'm going to move her into a nurturing journey. So to do that, I'm going to use Pardot Engagement Studio. So here I am in Pardot Pardot Engagement Studio, and as you can see, this is a great visual representation of what the journey is. I can see every step, every engagement, every piece of material that I have in my marketing program with Bianca and people like her. I can even have a look at the creative right here in the program, and in this reporting view, I can see how each piece is doing, and I can even drag and drop things in and out. It's as easy as that. So I like how this is looking right now, and I've got a lot of great information about Bianca and how she's been doing, so I need to share that with somebody, right Hillary? Yes, exactly. So I'm going to share that with my sales team. This is a treasure trove of information, and as a salesperson, they want to know as much as possible about what's happening with their candidates. So here you can see this is in Salesforce Engage, which is built on Salesforce One, and because Dunkin' Donuts is a mobile-first company just like Salesforce, they actually want this to be available to their sales team no matter where they are. They could be at their beach, they could be at home, or they could be at Dreamforce, and they can still get the information that they need. In fact, we can see right here how Bianca is actually engaged with the content right at this very moment, which I think is probably a really good time, Hillary, for you to give her a call.
I already gave her a call and she is engaged and ready to go.
Fantastic. And you're going to make your quota this month.
Would be awesome.
That would be great. So now is where the power of Salesforce comes together, because I'm going to empower my sales team to be marketers. And I know as a marketer, that's a little bit scary. You know, you want your salespeople to send out the stuff you want them to send out. And it's really easy to do here through Salesforce Engage. You're actually able to add Bianca right to this nurture program right here from within the mobile app and invite her to get engaged even more with Dunkin'. Now we know that this is just the very beginning of our relationship with Bianca, and we want to continue to nurture her as she moves through the program. And so we're adding her to this Welcome to Dunkin' program and journey, and as part of that, we're going to welcome her to the Dunkin' community. So here you can see this is in Community Cloud, and this is a lightning bolt solution by Aperio for franchises. And this is a great way for Bianca, 6 months down the road, to see what's happening in her business all in one place. She can see this dashboard, she can do operations, she can make orders, and we can even enable Bianca as the entrepreneur to be a marketer as well by sending out campaigns right here from within the Community Cloud. So we talked about how we attracted Bianca, we talked about how we've engaged with her, how we've continued to nurture her, and now we're going to go ahead and talk about how we're going to help her build her business by reaching out to consumers just like us. So I'm going to introduce you here to Dave Rodriguez, and Dave is a huge Dunkin' fan. He actually just moved here to the Bay Area from Boston, and if you know anything about Boston, you know that there is a Dunkin' on every corner. Not so in the Bay Area, and Dave really misses it. He was a longtime fan, he's a Dunkin' Perks member, and Dunkin' was a part of his regular life. So we're able to reach out to people just like Dave and let them know that there is this new store opening in San Francisco, Bianca's store, as a matter of fact. So here we are in his Facebook feed. We know that this is a great place to reach people. There's social media and social programs, that's exactly where people spend their time, and that's where you want to get their attention. So here's the ad here we built with Ad Studio for Marketing Cloud. And we can go ahead here, then you can click into it, and it automatically is fed with his content and his information, so it's very easy for him to push submit right here, even from his mobile app. And this begins yet another journey. So with this journey with Dave, we want to continue to engage with him. We want him to get more involved with the brand. We want him to do more. So here we are in Journey Builder. This is out of Marketing Cloud. And let me just talk to you a little bit about what you see here. Up on the left-hand side are all of your entry events, like audiences and things like that. Below that are all of our messages and our channels. Underneath that are flow controls. This is decision splits, random splits, and more. But underneath that is what makes the Marketing Cloud so unique, and that's its connection with the rest of the customer success platform. Right here from within Journey Builder in the Marketing Cloud, it can easily drag and drop leads, accounts, contacts, and more that will go into Sales or Service Cloud and connect. So let's talk a little bit about this journey. As we mentioned, the entry event here was that Facebook ad that we just saw a moment ago, and we're going to go ahead and send Dave an email with a call to action with that coupon. If he opens it, that's great, but I don't know about the rest of you, but if I opened every email that I get, that's all I would do all day, all the time. And so we want to make sure that even if Dave doesn't open that email, we're continuing to reach out to him to try to get him engaged with the brand. So we can send him another email. If he responds, that's great. If not, we can actually add him automatically here to yet another ad audience and get him engaged, maybe through another call to action. So Hillary, let's take a look at that email. So here we are in Email Studio Marketing Cloud. Up on the left-hand side, this is all of our buttons and our content blocks, everything that's very easy to drag and drop into the email. There's simple things like HTML and text, but there's also more advanced things like dynamic content, predictive content. We want this email to be something that Dave is excited about, that he's interested in, and that he knows is personalized for him. So Hillary's going to go ahead and drag over a predictive content here that's going to be built just for Dave. Because we know Dave, because he's been a Dunkin' Perks member for a while, we know what he likes to eat. So we want to make sure that we're showing him something that's going to make him want to redeem that coupon and continue to engage with our brand. And it sure looks like Dave likes his breakfast sandwiches. So we've got this email, and we've got the next thing here for him is a call to action to download the mobile app. So Dunkin' has this amazing mobile app, and how do we know it's amazing? Because it's been downloaded more than 16 million times in the last 4 years. I think that's a lot of donuts, don't you, Hillary? It's crazy. But thanks to this app, it's very, very easy to do with Salesforce App Cloud. You can actually build something like this for your own business. And thanks to Commerce Cloud, we can now do things like serve up live commerce, send up promotions, images, and more right from within the app. And it connects back to the customer success platform. So these have been great ways to build loyalty. We pulled Dave through the journey. We've gone ahead and got him to download this app. But we want to just check and see how things are doing with the rest of the health of the business. And where do people talk about what's going on with the brand? In social media. So here we are in Social Studio, and we can see all the conversations that are happening around Dunkin' across Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and more. And thanks to the power of Salesforce Einstein, we can even use artificial intelligence to classify images, locations, brand images, and more without anything being tagged. You can see in this tweet that nowhere does this say that this is in San Francisco or this is the Golden Gate Bridge, but Salesforce Einstein is able to identify that right here in Social Studio. The other great thing that you can do with social today is social customer care. I mean, how many of us have reached out to a company via Twitter or something else trying to get their attention? Make them pay attention when I'm unhappy, I have a problem, listen to me. You're actually able to do this right here in Social Studio. This way your social managers can actually click directly into the feed post here and send it to Service Cloud. It can send it directly into the team who's going to answer their questions and solve their problems. Let's see what that looks like in Service Cloud, Hillary. So here we are in Service Cloud. This is Dunkin's feed. You can see there's all sorts of different inputs from where these are coming from. And this is Dave's right here at the top. So let's go ahead and click into that. Recognize Dave and his sandwich? We know about Dave because he's here in the customer success platform. It's all connected, and it's amazing that way. We're able to follow up with Dave and actually answer his questions, solve his problems directly through the same channel that he reached out to us through. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and tweet back to him that we've got him covered and his coffee is on its way. So this is all the different ways that you can create loyalty with customers and make sure that they're happy. And I think Dave looks pretty happy in this picture here, doesn't he? He looks extremely happy. There's finally Dunkin' Donuts coming in San Francisco. They're opening more than 1,000 stores this year in California. So he's a happy guy. Now all of these things we've shown you is how Dunkin' Donuts is using the power of Salesforce for marketing to grow their business and create amazing one-to-one customer journeys. They use advertising. They connect their sales reps with their marketing team. Digital commerce, email, mobile, social, communities, and even support. Every single one of these touch points is a marketing touch point and part of Salesforce for marketing. If you'd like to learn more about what we're doing, what's available in Salesforce for marketing, if you want to go deeper on a demo, please go ahead and see this section right behind me, and any one of our folks at the booth would be more than happy to answer your questions. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day at Dreamforce.
Marketing, if you're in sales, I don't know of any organizations here that aren't under tremendous pressure to grow.
I was texting you. You told me.
Product company.
All right, so if there was one thing you wanted to find out today, what would it be? How to register for Europe? Yes. You have the ability to do that with register for Europe. So we're going to do a couple of different things with that. We're going to actually walk through kind of the dynamic of sales and you can walk out of this conference about what it means that market.
Is
His beard is short.
Actually, give you a little bit of case study that comes from his story. I've got my associate John from here. He's going to help you as well.
When leads aren't being followed up on, but no lead ever gets left behind. Now imagine you had a system that encourages a culture of intelligent hunting. So I'm not talking about just making more dials, I'm talking about intelligent, synchronized, strategic hunting that includes educational briefings, that includes your white papers, that includes your case studies, that includes that you make the right phone calls at the right time. That's what this system does, and every company who uses this system, regardless of the metrics they track, they see an automatic increase in the metrics they track because their follow-up system is planned well in advance. Also, imagine you had a system that led to increased leads turning into meetings. So obviously, the more at-bats with a well-trained sales force, the faster your success ratio. If your success ratio are number of demos, the number of proposals, obviously the number of conversions, the average sales price, this system leads you down the path of increased improvement in every metric that you track. And lastly, imagine you had a system that creates predictability and reliability at the top of the funnel, where you know if you run an event like this, the number of leads you put in, you'll know in advance exactly what these leads are going to go through. And when you're able to track historic performance, you can put predictability at the top of your funnel. You can pre-plan your return on investment for an event like this or a campaign that you do. So learn how to take your sales skills and your sales muscle to the next level by doing the Sales Gym Challenge. If you scan your badge, you're in the challenge. Here's what's going to happen. Over the next few weeks, we're going to send you some educational content. It's not going to be big, pitchy sales content. It's going to be videos that we cut that are displaying the habits and patterns of top-performing integrated sales and marketing organizations. So you can use these videos with your team. You can send them out to your peers and colleagues. But it's our gift to you to give you some of these educational resources that we use within our company. And then more importantly, those of you that have joined the Sales Gym Challenge, you're going to get a chance to experience our level of follow-up. What I love about Outreach as an organization is they follow up using their own products. They eat their own cooking, so to speak. So you're going to get a chance to experience their professional follow-up, how they contact you proactively with email, through social media, through phone calls. Now, I'm not talking about pestering you. Obviously, you can opt out at any time, but it's more for you to get a real-life demonstration where you can ask yourself a simple question. Is my sales organization following up at this level? If the answer is no, that's okay, because then you're like 95% of all companies. But the bigger question to ask yourself is this: what would it mean to your bottom line if they did? What would it mean if you had well thought through, predetermined, manageable sequences of which your reps follow up? Folks, growth is a cause-effect relationship. You do the right things in the right order often enough, what happens? You see the result it is that you want to see. All right, who's ready for a drawing here? Everybody make a little noise. This guy is right here, enthusiasm brimming. So let's do this right now. I'm going to read your number off. I'm reading it. 4647149. Who is that? It is really? All right. Is 149 here? Let's do it again. Let's do it again here. I got the cards right here. All right, next winner is 4647144. Who's that? It is you? All right, come on up here. We match this up. We have a winner, everybody. Way to go. What, $100 bucks? It should have been you. The only way you'd be happier if it was you. Hey, thanks for your time and attention, everybody. Thanks for taking the Sales Gym Challenge. Enjoy the follow-up you're going to get. And if you have more interest, then demo. See how this works.
Again, I've got tiles and other information, but again, it's the manager of the site. So everybody from a content ownership perspective can make decisions about how they want to organize content, including things like news. So I can quickly get up to date and see what's going on. Or pages where you might think about policies, procedures, demo scripts, records, all the type of different information. You can actually put these in categories, and you can, as an administrator, move these categories around. So I make it very easy to highlight the most important information, to put it in the categories, to organize it in a way that's going to help users get their jobs done. All sites have an events calendar. So if I might be, say I'm in sales and I'm on the West Coast, I'm part of the company all, Sales West, US HR, and a couple project teams. If they throw up an event, like Pure Storage doing a demo right now at Dreamforce, it's going to come to me on my own personal calendar. And then finally, files. One of the biggest reasons people are frustrated with SharePoint and other file solutions, and much less old world internets, is because files is the area where information in your company goes to die. Right? Everybody knows they're supposed to post it, but then you as an employee try to get the new fitness update or the travel policy, and you get records from 2009. Not really very helpful. So not only do we make it very easy to manage files in a folder structure, but as you can see, I'm actually integrated with Box. So we've got a native integration with Box. It's not using Files Connect. And as an owner of content, if I want to add a new file, or a new folder, that's as easy as just going to click on the link to the Add Box folder. I can select the file that I might be interested in. Maybe I want to get benefits US. I can decide what the permissions are, and maybe that's read only, and I can link the folder. So this is not a big technical exercise. Again, this is not open a ticket. This is do it yourself. Organize your information as and how you want. Last but not least, the thing to call out here about the information and the access is that once you roll out any kind of community, the first question that you're going to get, particularly at an executive level, is what's going on, what are people doing? And I was just at a session with Mark Fenner from Box, and he talked about them wanting to measure user engagement. And at Box, they have Simpler on top of Box, as you would expect. And their monthly active users are 80% of the company. So when you have a simple, straightforward solution, people will actually use it, and you want to be able to monitor that. And so we have analytics right out of the box. I just come over here, I can drop down to analytics as a user, and it's going to give me statistics about who's doing what. And in my case, I'm the only demo user in this order, so it's not going to show a lot of data. But as you can see, we can see users, how many pages, what they're doing, as well as where they're coming from. How often are they contributing? Are they participating? Are they just observing? Are they not even in the solution? And what devices are they on? And we can actually do this down to very specific levels of content, from what sites people are going to what they're searching for. Because most commonly, if I can't find something in the search, I'm going to get frustrated and I'm going to leave. So you can see common search terms here, and we've actually made the search very intuitive and augmented what Salesforce can do in terms of search, so that if I search on tags, if I search on content, as well as being able to search what's in Box, I just use a generic term like human resources. Based on the string that I put in, it's going to return relevancy to me, but it's also going to show me people who are in HR or endorsed for HR, sites, people, news, internet files, as well as box files. So while I want a subscription model and I want information to come to me, I also want to give users the ability to actually find what they want and how they want it. And finally, anybody who's in communications knows you've got to bring people back. So we have embedded a native newsletter functionality that at any time as an administrator, if I wanted to talk to people about, say, the new roadshow or new content happening, I can just on the fly add content and I can publish a newsletter. So now I have a way to not just deal with the millennials who want to have a digital experience on their mobile, but the old people with gray hair like me who are in their email all the time. Now I can hit them with an email about what's new in the solution and help them get the information that they need to stay connected to what's happening at the company. So fundamentally, this is about having an experience that's easy to use and easy to manage from a content ownership perspective. And those of you who are Salesforce customers as well as Salesforce admins, this works behind under the covers exactly the same way as Salesforce does natively. So the overhead to you is picks up your security, your permissions, it works with everything that you've already set up in terms of content, users, groups, and chatter, and you have what you need to actually roll out a community. And we've done this in as fast as 5 business days for hundreds of people. So this is not a big construction project. It doesn't require a lot of consulting. This is all about connecting people, information, and apps to help you get your job done. So let me pause there and see if there's any questions before I give you my final thought here. Any other questions for people? All right, let me incent you to ask a question by offering an exclusive, one-of-a-kind, simple umbrella. The type of thing that you can't buy in stores. You can only get here at the booth. Any questions? Nobody wants my umbrella? So what I would say to you just in summary is that the opportunity around the future of work and around changing and enabling all of your employees is not fundamentally a technology problem. It's about connecting and communication and helping employees develop their own communities of interest, but also make sure that they're not only aligned and informed, but they're empowered. And the way to do that is to have self-service access to information. So Jared is scanning you right now, or Jonathan, excuse me. And if you want to see more demo, we also have a brand new product we just released, which is a help desk. That's the same sort of idea, making employee help just work the same as Google. You can see us right over here at booth 1838. And if you have not been scanned, you have the opportunity to do that because we're giving away a trip or two, both airfare and tickets on Eurostar. So with that, I will end right here and say have a fantastic conference. Thanks so much for your time and attention.
It's totally you. You want me to take a picture of it for you? It's pretty awesome. You should do videos so you can get more.
You do it all? Oh, that one?
Model airplanes. Want one of those, buddy? Yeah. Model airplanes. Throw them at your dog, throw them at your wife.
In the case of annual uplift, total agreement value, those values have not changed. There's not a problem there. But the start date and the end date, the system of record up in Salesforce says one thing, the document says the other thing. Of course, we're signing the contract. We're not signing a single thing. So what matters is we're actually going to overwrite the values in Salesforce with what the values persist of in the contract. We're going to see that happen in a few short clicks. And not only can we reconcile reconcile fields, we can reconcile clauses as well. Automatic clause reconciliation. Note that I did not have track changes turned on for the entirety of this demonstration, but I can see the exact changes on these clauses, what the current text is, what the previous text was. I can see they were not deleted, which might matter from a risk perspective much more. They've simply been changed. I can even see on the initial user clause that very slight change in text.
So like I said, that's going to be the biggest.
Touch takes your documentation and your PDFs and turns it into customer engagement software, where it makes it more findable on Google and it boosts your SEO. So from a marketing standpoint, you're found faster.
This is 50th anniversary.
Now you say that, my cousin had a beer with us. He had like a thing. You know, I cried.
It was like with cabin.
So like none of the pictures fit very well. different booths and the whole
So they
company.
got you today here?
We signed demo right there in this booth before
Yeah.
showing right here.
Yeah.
So they will show you.
So everyone knows that this is something I want to discuss. Because we have a few hours before the meeting, I get messages, and when they get these app messages, they get the team has read and absorbed what I need from them, and look, they're all from Notice what I did not do. All I did is send a note, and my team is already ready. And I did it all from my phone. Crazy. My iPhone 7 Plus
because you saw? I don't mean that as an insult or anything. I didn't take it. It's going to get started here in roughly 3 minutes if you want a chance of winning an Apple TV. And actually, the world we do, he's going to kind of tell you a little bit. I'm going to tell you in more detail in 33 minutes if you want to come back.
Here's the management policy.
here if anyone cares for a cookie, a hot chocolate, or coffee. You throw that. Is your trash can nearby? Thank you very much.
And I'll just show you a quick video of how we've integrated a message bot platform native beauty in with Salesforce CRM, have a different way to sign up to a loyalty scheme. We use the fact that for this hypothetical retailer, they're on Facebook, so rather than ask the customer to enter into detail that Facebook already knows, they authorize from a Facebook account, pull down and share, is this the right information for you? Right? To recognize and reward you, so that you're not just a number to a real person. And this is so for this example, we're exploring with, there are a million other types of social networks that actually give you loads of really rich information to Spotify, for example. So we can key into Spotify, get the playlists, and use that to sort of match and further refine the understanding of the customer. How we do this, so we've got a virtual chatbot agent, as I say, can make calls into Facebook API, can make calls into the Spotify API, can retain those keys so that as a playlist evolves, we get a richer understanding of that customer. Uses machine learning so that the chatbot gets smarter, uses Salesforce CRM to provide core membership functions. Because they gave us a selfie, we don't need to ask their gender, we don't need to ask their age. We run it through visual recognition services that can look, and with spooky accuracy can figure out what the age was. And we also use some other clever technology out there from IBM in this case to discover what their other social handles are. So they gave us an email, we can discover from that their Twitter, their Facebook, their Snapchat IDs, and then run it through a process to socially profile. What this does is basically look at all of the things that that person's written, and based on the way they write, build up this really quite rich view of what's their personality like. What are they, an introvert? Are they an extrovert? Are they open to change? Are they closed? And all of this leads into the second dimension of an origami proposition, which is curation. That ubiquitous choice that I spoke about earlier. Customers are tired now, actually, of ubiquitous choice. They want a retailer to understand them, and they want that retailer to be able to communicate to them relevant and meaningful offers. And just through the 1 minute it took probably for someone to use that message bot app, we have suddenly built up an incredibly rich profile of them. So this is me, for example, that we run through it. It's concluded from my post that I'm quite open to change. Apparently I'm reasonably agreeable. It's also
It's all about focus. It's all about having a united front for your sales and marketing team to go after the right accounts at the right time. All right, so lastly, I'm going to talk about code marketing. Who here has been part of the company code marketing campaign? Who's been part of the company that's been acquired?
Sorry about that.
inside this Excel spreadsheet. Excel to Excel, there's no other solution doing it. I'm able to go ahead and add in a close date here. And then now when I fill in all the rules, I can go ahead and save it. Now it's going to go ahead and update that record. Now the good thing about this app is maybe I use this app here. It's going to pull all my opportunities. One of my coworkers, an email didn't see everyone under. So the same app for different people would have different views. Why is that? Well, we leverage the same permission. We leverage them in awesome. So we have that control in place. We saw that I wasn't allowed to save